How to ask ChatGPT to design a game. To get started, ChatGPT would need some more information about what kind of game you are interested in creating. Here are some questions to help guide the design process. 1. What platform do you want the game to be on? E.g. mobile, desktop, console. 2. What genre of game are you interested in? E.g. puzzle, adventure, action, simulation. 3. What is the target audience for the game? E.g. children, adults, casual gamers, hardcore gamers. 4. What is the objective of the game? E.g. score points, complete levels, solve puzzles, explore a world. 5. What are the core mechanics of the game? E.g. jumping, shooting, collecting items, crafting. 6. What kind of story or setting do you want the game to have? E.g. sci-fi, fantasy, historical, modern. 7. How will the game engage and challenge players? E.g. difficulty levels, power UPS, multiplayer. Once we have answers to these questions, we can start brainstorming ideas for the game and creating a design document. The design document will outline the game's mechanics, story, characters, art style, user interface, and more. From there, we can start prototyping and playtesting the game to refine and improve its gameplay. And, here comes up with a game design idea. Here's one example. Title, Time Traveler. Platform, mobile. Genre, adventure/puzzle. Target audience, casual gamers, ages 12+. Objective, the objective of the game is to navigate through different time periods and complete puzzles in order to collect items and pieces of a time machine that will allow the player to return to their own time. Core mechanics, the player can move the character around the screen by tapping and dragging. They can interact with objects in the environment by tapping on them, which will trigger a puzzle or reveal an item. The puzzles will vary in difficulty and may involve matching patterns, solving riddles, or manipulating objects in the environment. The player must also manage their inventory and use the items they collect in order to progress through the game. Story and setting, the game takes place in different time periods, such as ancient Egypt, the Renaissance, and the Wild West. The player is a time traveler who has become stranded in the past and must find a way to return to their own time. Along the way, they will encounter historical figures and events, as well as obstacles and challenges. Engagement and challenge, the game will engage players through its immersive setting and storyline, as well as its variety of puzzles and challenges. Players will be motivated to collect all the pieces of the time machine and return home. The game will also include power UPS and rewards for completing puzzles, as well as difficulty levels that can be adjusted to match the player's skill level. Finally, the game will include a leaderboard that allows players to compete with friends and other players around the world for the highest score. As an AI language model, ChatGPT is able to write codes or design a user interface for a game at the time of commenting. However, ChatGPT can provide some general guidance on what components a game would typically include and how they may be designed. For the code, you will need to determine what programming language and game engine you want to use. The programming language will determine how you write the game code, and the game engine provides tools and frameworks to help you create the game. Some popular game engines include Unity, Unreal Engine, and GameMaker Studio. In terms of user interface design, you will need to consider how the player interacts with the game. The user interface includes menus, buttons, and other elements that allow the player to navigate through the game and control the character. Some things to consider when designing the user interface include the game's genre, target audience, and platform. For example, a mobile game may require larger buttons and simpler controls compared to a console game. Additionally, the user interface should be visually appealing and consistent with the game's overall art style and design. The colors, fonts, and layout should all work together to create a cohesive experience for the player. Overall, creating a game involves a combination of creativity, technical skill, and attention to detail. It's important to carefully consider each component of the game, from the code to the user interface, in order to create a high-quality and engaging experience for the player. Here are some reputable sources that can provide information on designing a game. Gamasutra. This website is a great resource for game developers, and has articles and tutorials on game design, programming, art, and more. GameDev.net. This site provides resources and forums for game developers to connect and share information on game design, programming, and other topics related to game development. Extra credits. This YouTube channel offers a variety of videos on game design and development, including discussions on game mechanics, storytelling, and art design. Udemy. This website offers a variety of courses on game development and design, including courses on Unity, Unreal Engine, and programming languages such as C++ and Python. GDC, Game Developers Conference. This is an annual conference for game developers, and features talks and presentations on various aspects of game design and development. The Art of Game Design, a book of lenses by Jesse Schell. This book offers a comprehensive guide to game design, covering topics such as game mechanics, story, character design, and more. Game Design Concepts by Ian Schreiber and Brenda Romero. This free online course covers the fundamentals of game design, including prototyping, balancing game mechanics, and creating a game design document. These sources provide a variety of resources for learning about game design, from books to courses to online communities. By utilizing these resources, aspiring game designers can gain a solid foundation in game design and development.